All right. Welcome back to another episode of Age Media Live. It's been 2 weeks since we last went live, but we are back and we have an exciting show prepared this week. How is everyone doing? With me, I have Colin Strong, our in house game development student from Northwest Vista College, JC McKentler, an alumni from the DVCP program at Northwest Vista College. And subbing in for Brianna this week, we have Sylvia Gutierrez. She's new to the podcast. So I'm just going to give a bit of an intro for her. Sylvia is an art student at UTSA, a full-time professional photographer, and a soldier. You should see this girl with a knife. All right. Okay, awesome. So we have a couple of stories lined up for this week. Actually, we have about 6 stories lined up for this week. The first one is Fastathon, the real Hunger Games. This is uh, this is a joint collaboration between the Muslim Children Education and Civic Center of San Antonio with the Center of Refugee Services here in San Antonio. So what they are doing is that this month in the Islamic calendar is a special month. It's the holy month of Ramadan, where Muslims fast from sunrise to sunset every for the next 30 days, for the next 30 lunar cycle days. And what they have done is that they have extended this program to the city of San Antonio. People are invited to participate in it, and it's basically a self moderated program. You have to wake up in the morning before the sunrise and have your breakfast, and then you're not gonna eat or drink anything till sunset. On sunset, you are invited to the civic center and have dinner, with the community. For every day that a non-Muslim visits the civic center and fasts, MCECC will donate $100 in their name to uh, to the Center of Refugee Services. So this was something that really interested me, as I am, I go to the Civic Center quite often, and I've been seeing a lot of faces there, and I reached out to the Center of Refugee Services and the PR director at NCECC. So hopefully we will have some of the volunteers on the show next week talking about their fasting experience, as well as this director of Center of Refugee Services, to let us know how the whole experience is going and what's the situation for refugees in San Antonio in general. So that was the quick first story. And next, we have something similar to what we discussed in our original pilot episode 3 weeks ago. And remember, remember how we spoke about bags on wheels, so you won't have to carry them. Yeah. So this time I have something a little different. Uh, Now, who all likes to work out over here? Go to the gym and stuff. Anyone? I love working out. I love going to the gym. Sylvia, you like working out?
Yeah, once in a
What
while.
about once in a while? Okay. What about you, Colin? Are you into the whole physical fitness thing?
I try as often as I can.
Okay.
Uh,
JC,
not
you?
as often as I like. Sorry.
Sometimes my boyfriend will take me to the gym, but other than that, I don't go to the gym. I prefer to work out at home, but I also don't really have a lot of time to even do that. So,
Right. Now here's a question for you. If you were like regular gymmers or whatever they like to call themselves, would washing your clothes be too much of a hassle?
no.
Or how about the fact that your gym bag might get smelly, if you put your clothes in there.
It does happen a lot.
That happens a lot.
Yeah.
Well, fortunately, someone has found a solution for you guys. Check this video out. Yeah, it's like a full gym cycle. It's like a full laundry machine in there, right there. 35 minutes, your clothes are gonna be good as new. What do you guys think?
Pretty efficient for the people that really do go every single day.
What about you, Colin?
I don't know that beats, actually putting your clothes to the wash. I don't think that'll, like, maybe if you don't want it to smell so bad, maybe that'll work. But I think you're gonna have to do a little more to get some dirt and sweat out of your clothes than just put it through UV light and whatever else they've got going on in there.
I was initially like kind of the same moto bag approach to it, that this is just for lazy people, but no, I gave it some time and I thought about it, and it's grown on me, because it's more than just laziness. Because if your clothes are actually getting completely sterilized, because O3 is apparently used in space as well, and it is basically washing your clothes. It's basically like dry cleaning. So like at first I was like, this is like something like Febreze, an excuse to be dirty, but this is actually sterilizing. So, but here's the thing: this costs about $250, and it can basically have a few shirts in there and your sneakers on the side. Wow, there is a
Uh,
lot of enthusiasm for this product.
yeah.
That's great. You know what? Let's just end with that. I love the enthusiasm.
Well, I just gotta need some time to think about how we think about it, I guess. I mean, it's not that, well, I don't know.
I don't think it's applicable, because I'm like you. I do like working out, but I have a gym like within my apartment complex. So I just go, come back, throw it in the laundry. But for people who are using external gyms, it's a cool thing. There are worse things to spend your money on.
Well, okay. No, you go first.
Okay, well, I was just gonna say, I think this product would be more useful for traveling, not so much going to the gym, because, like, when you travel, you gotta take clothes and you wear them and they get dirty, obviously, and so you either gotta wash them, like somewhere where you have no idea where to go wash them. You gotta go find a place to wash them, unless you wash them at the hotel or whatever. Or you can just have that bag with you, and not have to carry around dirty clothes with you everywhere. Or I think that would be a more useful use for this
Yeah.
product than like just for going to the gym.
Yeah, short distances travels can yeah, agreed. All right. Okay. Next up, who likes the X-Men?
They're okay.
Right? We got X-Men fans here. Did you ever think like if you were a mutant, what kind of a mutant would you like to be, and how cool would that be?
I hadn't thought about it.
All right. Personally, I would like to fly. That's the superpower I want. But and I put some thought into it, and I was like, how far would flying really get me in life? If that was, ours, like having special genes, does it really make a difference? And I just came across Canhead, a real life mutant. So check this out.
You're gonna cut a video in here, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna cut a video right here, and I'll edit the whole waiting period out.
I think I would like to have fire power or something.
Jesse,
Like Shigo from Kim Possible, but fire or something.
say that right at the end of the video. Okay, screen sharing now. So check this out. So, what do we think? I'll just give you a little bit of background on this guy. So, he's obviously one of a kind. He was born with a rare skin condition that suctions almost anything he places on his skin. Essentially, he can stick things to his body without glue, on his head, on his hands, thighs, wherever. His skin condition is so rare. He is the only person in the United States of America to have this unnamed condition. Another thing that is unique about him is that his body temperature is higher than normal. Most people are 98.7 Fahrenheit, if I'm not getting it wrong, and he is at 100 degrees Fahrenheit. So as I watched this, video, and he's been on Ellen, and you saw the picture with Jay Leno and George Clooney, and so on. Basically, he works at bars and stuff where he pours people's drinks from his head. And before I go on, what do you guys make of it?
I think it's pretty fun. I don't know if there's very many uses for it, but it's a fun party trick at least.
Yeah, he may be like a mutant, but he can't act. I don't see him like actually being able to use his sticky skin to like save the world. I don't know.
Unless it can,
Yeah.
Well, what if
To save the world, I don't see how he can use his skin condition to save the world.
I don't really like, aside from being a mild curiosity type of circus act, I don't really see it going anywhere.
I think what's cool about him is that he looks normal. Like I thought, like when I heard like skin condition, I thought maybe he would have some kind of like maybe just noticeably different. But he doesn't look. He looks like a normal guy. He just like you don't know that he's got this cool skin condition until he actually like, sticks something on him. So I was like, okay, that's kind of neat, you know, not to have like be like a mutant, but not like look like a mutant. I guess I don't mean to call him a mutant. I just
don't worry. I
don't mean that disrespectfully. That you know.
He's got an X-Men tattoo, and he says that X-Men, like he was afraid of his condition and he would hide it, but when he saw the X-Men movies, he got the courage to embrace his mutation.
That's cool.
Cool. Yeah.
I mean, he can be Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Could be Spider-Man. He could probably try climbing walls.
Has he tried climbing a wall?
I will be sure to ask him next time I see him. But he's got a Facebook page, and you can call him and book him for your birthday party or whatever.
For your bachelor party.
All right.
Shot.
Next up, I have something a little sizzling and hot for the ladies. So, ladies, get ready and let me know how hot or not.
Unless he's Gerard Butler, he's not hot. No.
Noted.
It's a good frame rate.
All right. So, how hot was that?
I was more interested in the food part than him, you know? But that's just my opinion. Somebody throwing salt on food is not really all that.
What do you think was next?
JC, have you found the next Gerard Butler?
No. Wait, are you asking me like, do I think like what he does with the food is hot, or does that make him hot, or are you asking me is he like physically?
No, please, just like you find it hot, like
Okay.
yeah.
Not really. I mean, I'm more like, I don't know. I don't.
Colin, what about you?
I don't know what to say.
Well, I think he's a one-trick pony. That guy. He's got like 5 things he does. So a 5-trick pony, but he doesn't do very he does the salt thing. He does the slice. You know, he catches meat and slices it in midair, and that's all I've ever seen him do.
Chef, what more do you want him to do?
Like, I just don't know why he's so popular. He does these 5 things, and then he does them again and again. And
What did Colonel Sanders do?
I don't like Colonel Sanders either.
To me, I found him a little disturbing, and like there's the way he interacts with food, he doesn't treat it like food. And the thing is that he also has a relationship with the animals before they become food. Like, you know, I think it's really important for me, in order to comfortably consume meat, to not be so close to the slaughtering process of it. Like, he posted a video of himself making out with a cow. So that's there. And then there's this other video where he slices every food object that is thrown at him. But when somebody throws him a slab of meat, he grabs it and kisses it.
That's not very sanitary.
Yeah, the thing is that, like, yeah, that's what I thought as well. But he has just enough distance for it to work in a two-dimensional way. So he doesn't actually kiss the cows, or he's just he's like this.
It's
So,
still,
so the conclusion
gross.
is resoundingly not hot.
Yeah.
No.
But would you go, to his restaurant and have him? Because he brings the food to your table. He brings the food to your table and he slices it in front of you, and you can see, like, on his Instagram page, whoever the girl is, she's like, with every slice.
Ugh.
Let's end with that. Let's just end with the face palm right here. That's it. All right. Next up, there is a documentary on YouTube by Max Joseph. It's called Dicks. Does it make you a better leader? Did you all get a chance to view the documentary?
Yeah.
What do we think of it?
I hadn't thought about it in a couple days, so I don't really have my thoughts gathered on it. But I wasn't a huge fan of the documentary itself. I thought it was all right, but
the documentary was interesting to me because I'm a local filmmaker, and this guy is a filmmaker. He interviews other directors, and a director is what I want to be. And so, it was very insightful for me in my field of work, because that is something I personally struggle with. Sometimes I'm too much of a dictator on set when I'm the director.
I would love to see that side of yours.
So it's like something I have to really try not to be a dictator when I'm making a short film. So it's like it was really helpful for me to see, like, he basically says, like, you want to be like a friend, but sometimes you gotta, like, gotta get tough, gotta get mean sometimes. And so it was just kind of encouraging to me, like, okay, like, I'm not necessarily a bad guy if I look like a bad guy, but at the same time, I still need to work on, being like a nice director, I guess. If that makes sense.
I thought the conclusion of the movie was that yes, you have to be a dick.
That's not what I got. I got, like,
either.
in most cases it works, but not in all cases.
See, because the people that you have on set, like, I did not when I came across the movie, I saw it on Casey Neistat's blog, where Max Joseph came as he was finishing the movie, and he briefly spoke about it, and I did not even know that it was on directing. I thought it was on leadership in general. So I was a little disappointed that only 25% of the movie was dedicated to actual leadership, and 75% of it was, Hollywood director or producer stories. And I just watched it last night before the podcast, and like the final, like, they had this nice analogy of, the sun gives you heat and gets it was shit, I would totally ruined that. Basically, they had this analogy of the sun and the clouds having an argument of who can get this traveler out of his clothes. So the cloud tries blowing wind at him, and the only thing that does is make him hold his clothes tighter. Whereas the sun just shines in all its glory, and one by one the traveler removes the layer of clothing. So that was one perspective of a motivational speaker, or whatever person you're supposed to be, as a leadership novelist or researcher. But the director that he interviewed in the end was like, yes, you have to be a dick because the people there are not looking to be friends with you. They need leadership. And the conclusion was four things: that one, that you need to have a vision, you need to be true to your vision, and sometimes you will have to be a dick for that vision to be realized. There were three things, but there were four things, but I forgot the third thing.
To me, I'm sorry. I totally just missed what Bill said. Go ahead, Fred. Right at that last part, I'm sorry.
I was going to say that it goes with what Machiavelli said in The Prince. You know, you can't rule really by just love. You have to have a little bit of like the tough love in it to have all that respect from the people. Because if not, you're going to be taken advantage of. And the same thing goes with directing. I mean, you're the leader in that place. That is your realm. And if you're friends with everybody, that's cool. But still, you need to put that line in stating that you're the one that's making the cuts. You're the one that's giving the directions. You're the one that is in charge of things. They're not making the directions. You're following you. But offset, yes, you can be friends. You just need to know where is your place in that certain time of the day, you know?
That is beautiful. That is just perfect. So you're very good. All right. Moving forward. Colin, what do you got? What is your story this week?
Yeah, I was going to add one more thing, but...
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Well, the kind of message I got out of the whole thing was that not necessarily that you have to be a dick or that you have to be one way or the other, but I thought the message that he was trying to put across is that really you have to be firm about sticking to your vision. You know, he's like, you have to have a vision, and the rest of that kind of followed as you have to be firm about it, whether or not people think that makes you a dick. You know, like if you have to push through people's suggestions and being friends in order to make your vision happen, you don't have to be a dick about it, but people may see it as such. You just have to stick to it.
It could also just depend on who you're working with, because some people totally understand leadership. You know, they know when to be quiet, when to just obey. But some people don't. They're like, they think they can like persuade the director or whatever when it's not their place to. And so in that case, I think that's when directors become, you know, dictators or whatever, and then people get upset. So it could just be like, it depends on who you're working with. If you're working with a crew who they know their place and they're good at what they do, then I don't see why a director would need to be a dictator in that sense. But yeah, I don't know.
Cool. All right. Moving forward, Colin, you're up, buddy. Tell us what's happening in the world of gaming.
So E3 just finished up, just wrapped up, and we got a whole bunch of announcements over the course of the week. There's announcements from every major company except for Bethesda. Because anyway, but the biggest announcement probably of the whole conference was that Microsoft announced the latest Xbox, which is the Xbox One X, which is frankly the worst possible name for that system. It's kind of a Wii U mistake. It's a confusing name, but they are bragging that it's the most advanced console on the market, and certainly right now it's going to be the most expensive as well. They've got some specs up on their website that they're very proud of. Xbox yet.
So here's my question for you. I know that it's retailing for $500, right?
Yeah, $499 retail.
$499. And what is it basically on par with PlayStation 4 Pro, or is it? Because basically, from what I understood, from what I've read on it, is basically it's an upgrade to support 4K televisions.
Yeah, it is, and you know what? It's really not. Maybe if you're a frame junkie, it might be worth it. But if you don't have a 4K television, it's not going to be worth the extra dough to shell out for this thing, you know, because you're not going to get, besides maybe better frame rate, you're not going to get the benefit that it can give you unless you have that 4K television to really make it worthwhile. And that's another like $1,000-something on top
Yeah,
of
that's why I just have a PS4. As a whole, you're right. The name is like they are literally going out of their way to come up with bad names, especially bad acronyms. Because I know that Sylvia, you're not a gamer, and JC, you're not much into it as well. But the original name was Xbox One, right? So people just started abbreviating it as Xbone, and Microsoft was aware of it, that people are going to come up with a acronym like that, and they actually bought xbone.com so that nobody else could buy it and make a website. Just like Donald Trump owns 100. Donald Trump is a dick. He owns that website.
And now the Xbox One X coming out, their new acronym is
Triple X.
It'd be, well, there's triple X in there, but then if you do it out, it's XBOX. So it's back to Xbox, which is confusing again.
I don't know, man. I'm honestly a little disappointed, not just in terms of video games, but the failure of Xbox, right, as a whole, is setting technology backwards. PlayStation 4, when it launched, I think it was 3 or 4 or maybe 5 years back, or 2012, right? 5 years now. When it launched, PS4 did not really offer anything technically, evolutionary. Microsoft, the reason why Xbox failed is because they were trying to push forward, their Kinect technology, the optical kinetic motion capture technology, and they just integrated it into the main console. And if you, if you ever watched any science fiction movie, right, the entire idea of the future was that you will have gestures to do everything, and you will be able to talk to your TV and all those kind of things. And that's what Microsoft was doing. And the fact that people did not catch on to it, that means that technology is going to be pushed 10 years into the future. You're not going to have access to it because they're done with the Kinect. They're not going to be doing it.
Well, I mean, here's the thing. When the Xbox One was announced, the biggest issue with their announcement was, one, that the Kinect raised the price of the system as a whole and made it inaccessible price-wise for a large portion of people when the PS4 launched at a lower price point. Second of all, when the console was announced, they made a horrible mistake of saying that it would have to be always online in order for you to play your game.
Right.
Which is just the word. Like, that's the pits, because there's people around the country and around the world who don't have access to the internet. And if they don't have access to the internet, then they couldn't play their games if that was the policy. So that's sending customer relations back 10 years just by announcing that sort of thing. And PS4 came out and they were like, we're not doing any of that stuff. We're just going to let you play your games.
Yeah.
Right? And that's what people want the Xbox for. If we wanted, and on top of that, with the Kinect and having to be always online, that means that they could potentially monitor and gather data from the Kinect.
Yeah. But see, you're speaking as a video gamer. See, when the PlayStation 2 was announced 17 years ago, right? It was not announced as a video game console, and its success was not contingent as being a video game console. PS2 is responsible for bringing digital video discs, DVDs, into our homes. And the same process was replicated for PlayStation 3, although much less profitably, because Blu-rays did not catch on because the internet kind of replaced it. But without PlayStation 3, Blu-rays would not have caught on. So Microsoft was doing the same thing. They were leveraging a video game console's popularity to move motion technology forward. And as much as I do not care about it, I know you're like, yeah, I know. I can see that.
It's just that if that was their plan, there's so many better ways to do that. You know, this motion capture technology that they have will run on anything basically, right? The Kinect does it all. You just have to have a processing behind it, and so doing it as an addition to the Xbox, and for one, and two, making that box more pricey than anything else on the market is not going to bring in anyone, no matter how enticing that technology is. Which, let me be clear, even for the regular consumer, is not enticing.
Yeah, but we could go on and on about this. But just from a technological aspect point of view, I know that both of you are not gamers, but you've had interaction with interfaces and stuff, and like I just wanted to be to in 2017 to be able to live in a world where I could talk to my TV and my TV would talk back.
You can do that, and you don't have to have an Xbox for it anymore.
We will end with that. All right, that is it for today's episode. If anyone wants to follow us, we are on facebook.com/Age Media Network, also www.age-media.net, and of course, Age Media Live on YouTube. Thank you very much. Bye bye. No one's saying bye bye.